one of the most in-demand comics in the country, the kind of comedian who makes grown adults laugh so hard, HR would call it a workplace incident. He's bold, brutally funny, and he's bringing his stand-up to Grand Junction. I'm talking about Brad Williams. He's performing live at the Avalon Theater on January 16th. He joins us now with a preview. Brad, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be coming to Grand Junction on January 16th. I'm glad that it's going to be a Friday because now
Yes.
the Broncos have a bye week and they're going to be playing that weekend. I'm also going to Pueblo and Greeley, Colorado, but that's on Saturday and Sunday. It might interfere with the playoff game. I'm not sure, and that terrifies me that I might be on stage while the Broncos are playing. But I'm excited to be coming to Grand Junction, and Grand Junction is apparently excited to be having me because we had an early show and that one sold out. So now we added a late show. So this is the 10 p.m. show that we would love to have you guys come out for.
Oh, the 10 p.m. show, that's the show our audience wants to go to. We want it rowdy.
Exactly. Exactly. I know. Friday night you got done with work and then you had a nice little happy hour and then maybe a dinner and then you go to a comedy show. So yeah, I'll get them good and toasty
All
for
right. Well, let's go back to the
late show
Broncos
on a
making the
Friday.
playoffs for a moment
Yeah.
because based on a very enthusiastic Instagram video that I saw, you're clearly a fan. We're playing right now the
Yes.
video of you dancing to Pink Pony
Yes.
Club when that video is amazing.
Yes.
How do you feel right now that the Broncos are in the playoffs, and like, are you emotionally prepared for what that means?
Oh, I mean, it's weird being the sort of the number one celebrity Bronco fan because I don't find myself as a celebrity. I'm pretty down on the D list, but I would advise anyone if you're trying to be famous out there, don't pick a team that has Taylor Swift as a fan because you'll never get free tickets.
Oh,
But
that's fair.
you're way down the priority list. But then if I'm a Broncos fan, the Broncos have been great to me. They've hooked me up. I've gone to a couple of games this year, and but I'm very nervous because yes, everyone hits me up when they win, but I know if they lose, even more people will hit me up, and that's when I'll want to throw my phone against the wall. So I'm glad we have a week off. I'm glad we got the bye week. We're gonna get everyone healthy, and no matter who we face, we're gonna have a good squad going up against them.
Well, back to that video for a moment. We obviously
Yeah,
can't afford to play Pink Pony Club on this show,
sure,
which is the
sure.
song that you were dancing to in that video.
Yes,
But I do want to talk about music for a second. What would you
sure.
say is the perfect pregame song to prepare audiences for what you're bringing to Grand Junction?
Trick Daddy, let's go.
Oh, you didn't
Uh,
even hesitate.
no, that is one that kind of gets me hyped up. I would say that, or there's a Italian metal band. Yeah, you heard that right, Italian metal. They're called Wind Rose. They're all average sized people, but every song that they do has to do with being a dwarf. Don't ask
Really?
me why they do that, but they do that. And there is a song they do called To Be a Dwarf that would definitely get you hyped up to see my show. But like when they're talking about dwarfism, they're not talking about like me dwarf, they're not talking about Dinklage dwarf. They're talking about like mining dwarf, like Lord of the Rings. Like there's a lot of lyrics about smelting.
That's a
So
whole genre of music I didn't even know existed. So thanks for introducing us to
Italian
that.
Italian dwarf metal, yeah, no problem. I am throwing that out there. I'm trying to get Wind Rose to climb the charts. I want nothing more than Italian dwarf metal to replace K-pop in my house.
Italian dwarf metal might be just might be the next K-pop.
I'm hoping Netflix. Let's do an Italian dwarf metal movie. I'm just
Where
saying that
they
so I can get
instead
some
of
more work.
chasing down demons, they chase down like
Yeah,
vampires or something. Yeah,
yeah. Let's go. Let's
take
go
down the
after the
bad
Twilight.
guy.
Yeah, let's go after the Twilight vampires. I don't like my vampires to sparkle. I don't like it. Let's go. Let's chase them down. So yeah, I would be a huge fan of that, and then maybe my daughter would stop singing the K-pop songs.
All right, so let's go back to your tour for a moment, which you're bringing to Grand
Hmm.
Junction.
Yeah,
While you're touring, you probably see every corner of this country. I'm talking like different cities, different crowds, different
yeah,
personalities. How has
sure.
being on the road shaped your comedy?
Well, the best part about it is that a lot of people they stay in their towns that they live in
Mhm.
naturally, and then they hear about other parts of the country, they hear about other cities, and they just kind of assume certain stereotypes. I get to actually go. I get to actually go and talk to people, and while we keep hearing about how much the country is divided and how every issue is tearing us apart. I get to actually go to the cities that maybe vote differently than I do, and I get to meet people, and I get to find out that people are just people. People all want the same thing. They all want safety and security for their loved ones and themselves, and they disagree slightly on how to accomplish the goal. That's just about it. So I'm glad that I get to go to Grand Junction, Colorado, Greeley, Pueblo. I'm glad I've been to Terre Haute, Indiana. Jealous, of course you are. Um, so I can talk to people, meet people, and really see that no matter where you go in our country, we are way more alike than we are different.
I couldn't agree more. And everybody needs to laugh. Someone who I want to
Yeah.
know, who I'm interested in finding about how she laughs, is your wife, who's half Chinese, comes up a
Yes.
lot in your stand up. And I know, you know,
Yes.
that fans love that material. How does she feel about being part of the act? And where's the line between, oh, okay, that's funny, and you're sleeping on the couch?
So here's the deal, and this is true. Some couples have a safe word for when they're in the bedroom together. Me and my wife, we have a safe word for when I'm taking a joke too far.
Oh, what's your safe word?
Cephalopod.
What is
That
it?
cephalopod. That is the actual word. So it's a mollusk. It's like a squid.
So as if
She's
she's angry and saying that crazy word at the same time?
Yes,
What
exactly.
does
And
that
with a Chinese
mean? Educate
accent, you
us.
can imagine how funny that'd be. I'm not going to do it, but you
Okay.
you can kind of put it together.
What does that word
Uh,
mean?
Cephalopod is a type of squid.
Oh.
So my wife is Asian, so our safe word has to be smarter than everybody else.
Mm.
So yes, that's the word. And when I hear it, I know, okay, I've gone too far. I need to cut back, and I need this not only when I'm around my family, but definitely when I'm not around my family, when I'm just around other people. There's plenty of incidents. One time, I was at a concert and I saw a Foo Fighters cover band, right?
Mm.
Foo, Fi- Foo Fighters cover band. Now, they have one of their Foo Fighters hit songs is it's called Walk, where the first lyric is like learning to walk again. Great song. And I was on stage watching the band. I start laughing. The singer looks at me and goes, "Why are you laughing?" I just sang "Learn to Walk Again," and I go, "Because the front row is all wheelchairs."
Oh.
And that was the time where I wish my wife was in my ear going, "Cephalopod, shut up, shut up, shut up." I wish that was happening at that moment, but it wasn't, and I suffered the consequences. So that is what we have. So if I go too far, I hear that word, and I encourage the audience to yell it out too if I'm going too far for your
We want you to go
sensibilities.
so far you're going to hear that word all night long. All right, Brett,
Sounds
it's
great to me,
award
man.
season madness right now. We have Chelsea
Yeah.
Handler, Nikki Glazer, comedians stepping up to host award shows. I want to know if you could host any award show, which one are you taking, and what would you do that no host has been brave enough to try?
I don't know if I'm ever gonna host an award show because there's certain obstacles that are in my way, like podiums.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd be the first host to have their entire show blocked by a podium. But I'm really excited for Nikki Glazer to be hosting the Golden Globes again. She did it great last year, and she's been trying out her monologue all over LA, so I've gotten to see it a
So
few
you've had a
times.
sneak peek at it, huh?
Oh yeah, it is more brutal than last year. So absolutely, people should check out her monologue. And I would love to host an award show. I might be the first award show host to hump a winner's leg. I think
Oh,
that
we need to make
I
this happen.
I think that would actually happen. And don't worry, I'm not even talking about your Margot Robbies or your Scarlett Johanssons. I'm talking about you, Hugh Jackman. I'm
Oh, you're
talking
going for
about
Hugh
you.
Jackman. Okay.
I'm going for
Hump his
Hugh
leg.
Jackman's leg. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make that knee pit my own
Oh,
because my God, That is a good-looking man. I just saw Song Sung Blue, and he still
Oh, I
looks
saw it
great.
too. The part where she loses her leg was crazy.
That's
That movie was
insane.
insane. That movie was so insane.
That not what I thought. Were you like me? Did you think it was going to be a Neil Diamond biopic, and then it was
Well,
not
I
a
knew
Neil Diamond
no, I
biopic?
knew that they were like in a cover band, but I had
Yeah.
no idea that it took so many different directions. And then the daughter's pregnant. It's like it was a crazy
I feel
movie.
like at multiple parts in that movie, it's that line from Seth MacFarlane's movie Once Upon a Time in the West, where Seth MacFarlane just yells out, "That went south so fast."
Well, speaking of movies, people might also recognize you from the
Hmm.
Spinal Tap sequel,
Yeah.
working with Rob Reiner on what became his final film project. What did
Yeah.
that experience mean to you, especially being
Uh,
part of something so iconic? Can you tell us something about Rob and about that experience?
my heart goes out to all of his family and friends and what they're going through right now. But I was truly honored to work with the man, legendary director. I mean, I'm a huge fan of The Princess Bride, of When Harry Met Sally, all those films, and then obviously the original Spinal Tap. Now, it's not if you've seen the original Spinal Tap, it's not hard to figure out what I'm doing in the second Spinal Tap. Let's just say there's a Stonehenge involved. But it was a lot of fun. It was great. Rob was so professional and kept it going. And there's no favorites on a Rob Reiner set. Whoever was there, and he would speak to everyone on the exact same. He spoke to me the exact same. He gave direction to Elton John, who is also in our scene. Our scene was kind of great because there was a live audience, and in between takes, they would yell out like, "Hey, Sir Elton," and he'd be waving back to them. And at one point, someone yelled, "Brad Williams, we love you," and the rest
Aw.
of the crowd started chanting. And Elton John, who I had not spoken to up to that moment, turned around, looked at me, and went, "Who the F are you?" That was the first thing he said to me. So it was a great time on set. I had a blast, and no matter with the tragedy that happened to Rob is obviously horrible, but he has a legacy now through film and art that will live on forever, and I am truly blessed to be even a minute part of that.
Well, what a story you shared. Thank you for telling us that.
Yeah,
All
no
right,
problem.
Brad. Let's end on this note. Let's end on rapid fire. Three
Let's go.
words why people have to buy tickets to your show in Grand Junction.
High energy dwarf, which sounds like a competitor drink to Red Bull, but it's not. It's a high energy dwarf. That's me. I have ADD. I write jokes for people that have ADD. So if you don't like one of my jokes, it's okay. Wait 30 seconds. Another one is coming. So that's what I would say. You will have the best story out of all of your friends when you come back to work on Monday and say, "What'd you do over the weekend?" They might say they went to the Bronco playoff game, which would be great, but you'll be able to counter with, "Well, a dwarf told me jokes."
There
And
you
that's pretty
go.
solid.
That's the water cooler talk on Monday. That's what you need
Yeah,
to go for. Brad
exactly.
Williams, thank you
Exactly.
so much for being here.
Of course, man. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, tickets are on sale now to watch Brad Williams at the Avalon Theater on January 16th. For ticketing information, visit avalontheater.com or visit their box office.